Shall we pray? We thank you, dear Lord, for this wonderful day. We pray that you be with us and guide us as we go through this first week. We thank you for our life. We thank you for everything that you have accorded us today. Bless our country. Amen.
We can tell our members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through the extraordinary press briefing to be held by Patriotic Front, President Honorable Chabinga, who is also the Mafinga Member of Parliament and leader of the opposition in the National Assembly of Zambia. Honorable, over to you.
Very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, this is an extraordinary press briefing that I have called this afternoon. As you can see, it's extraordinary, and I decided to do it alone without my Secretary General and my other members of Parliament that would have accompanied me. I told them I'll do it alone. And I want to assure you that this is a very serious press briefing. And I would advise that those that will be touched, for the people who are watching us this afternoon on the different platforms and the TVs, those who are not strong, kindly get your high blood pressure medicines, because I'm not sparing anybody, and that's why you can even see my attire. It's a little bit lethal. So, and I would like to apologize in advance that if sometimes my language goes off, because that's what some people need to hear. It's a Sunday. I went to church, by the way, in the morning. My wife is out of the country. Before she left, she prayed for me. And I even assured her that this will be a lethal press briefing. I have themed this press briefing and entitled Zambia's Path Forward, What's Working and What Needs to be Fixed. That's my title. Once more, good afternoon, members of the press and my fellow Zambians. women and youth. Thank you for joining me today as the leader of opposition in Parliament and the legitimate acting president of the Patriotic Front. My paramount duty is to save the Zambian people. My purpose is to stand for you and ensure that your voices are heard. Today, I want to give you an honest look at where this country is. I stand before you to offer a balanced perspective of the current state of our nation. It has now been well over a month since the passing on of our 60th Republican President, Mr. Edgar Chagwa, may he so rest in peace, who left us on 5th of June 2025. In this time, I've not held any press briefing, but I felt it was very important to speak to you all today. I want to talk about what has been happening since his death and how we can move forward to finally lay him to rest. I will also touch on some important things happening within our party, the Patriotic Front, and of course some other key developments across the country. Firstly, let's talk about our late president. As we continue to mourn, it is imperative that we remember what Zambia truly stands for, which is unity, peace, and togetherness as one nation. Sadly, in the days since President Lungu passed, I have seen some people trying to use this very sad time to create divisions instead of bringing us closer or rather together. I know this is what our late president would have wanted us to do because he passionately advocated for peace, love, and unity. I personally, I differed him on the political lines because I was not and have been not a supporter of Alewelamo syndrome. So on that underscore of Alewelamo syndrome, that's where I differed with the late president. So I just want to first shame those who think and they want to think that they were the best than others. I want to state clearly that when it was not even fashionable in 2014, I personally convened a meeting at 8 Reedback in Chabinga, where the people had camps and were 4 in that meeting, and I convinced him, we convinced him that he should be the head of state, and that was a day before the body of the late President Michael Sata came into this country. So people should not think otherwise. And I was loyal to him, even when I was subjected to ill treatment in the party, from 2015 till 2021. And my symbolic thing that no one can take away from me is loyalty. That no one can take it away from me. This leads me to a crucial question. Where is the change when we need it most? Zambia is a Christian nation, enshrined in our constitution, yet at this difficult and pivotal time, when our nation is hurting and there are all talks that could divide us, we haven't heard a strong, united voice from our church leaders that we expect and desperately need. We need their guidance because politicians and the church, we are one in the national development.
The church, in all its different denominations, has a duty and moral obligation to stand up, speak together, and help with the funeral in a way that shows our Christian values of kindness, healing, unity, and reconciliation. Had the church truly been united and intervened as a neutral mediator, the unfortunate situation regarding the burial and the impasse of the late president would have not even reached the stage where we are today. Even the issues of courts would have been avoided. This is a clear missed opportunity for the church to demonstrate its unifying power and moral authority. I ask our religious leaders to step up, rise to the occasion, and guide our nation through this tough time with wisdom and grace. Furthermore, there has been a lot of talk and speculation about where the late president will finally be buried. I think it is extremely important that President Edgar Chagwa be buried right here in Zambia. This is a country he loved. This is a country he served. This is a country he made. He is a son of this soil. His legacy is deeply connected in Zambia. To bury him elsewhere will not only disrespect his memory, but also a very identity as Zambian. He gave his life to this country through his dedication and service. Therefore, his final resting place must be within our borders. Among the people who loved so much and called his own, our national motto, one Zambia, one nation, isn't just words, it's what truly defines us. It is the very essence of who we are. Let us therefore put our differences aside. Let us ignore the voices that are trying to divide us. Let us come together as one people, one family, to honor and lay our son of the soul to rest in his beloved country, the country he was proud and he led of. I have been seeing, I think from yesterday, I've seen some funny online publications talking about Chabinga being in South Africa, organizing demonstrations, planning to do demonstrations. First I will start with a gentleman called Mr. Sishua. I would advise that your minions must listen to this. Sishua, you are not my level. You are not my level at all. You are just a pauper. You can't even win an election anywhere. And that's why you are a coward. I like talking to men who are in the country. We meet one-on-one and we talk. Not when you are hiding out of the country, then you go on social media and platforms start scandalizing me. I'm not your level. If you have been paid, I'm not a person that can be paid. But just a cheap, very cheap character. I'm sure that's why even when you are in UPND, you will not be considered for a job, because I think you are very useless and very hopeless. You can't put me in that kind of trash. For your own information, I've been sick and people wanted me to publicize my sickness. I was in Minnesota. Go to Minnesota and get a record, you jealous. How long I was there? And there's some chaps to just come and wake up to say, I'm organizing the demonstration. Even those others, there was which I saw, there was an organization in South Africa which was talking about the late presidency issue. And the people, together with Emmanuel, were running the PF page. Emmanuel Mamba, don't start a fight with me. I talk with men, real men. Not you coward to run away from petty cases. And you go and hide whatever you're hiding. And expecting that people that are sponsoring you to do the thing and then that you can be attacking. Come in the country, face me one-on-one. You can't even win a word. I can give you, you are a level of my ward chairman in my finger. In one of the smallest words. You can't even reach me. By the way, Mr. Shua and Mr. Mwamba, if you did not know, I've been frequenting South Africa for over 27 years. If it was me who was supposed to organize that function, which those people had the other day, me, it would have not been where it was. It would have been at the Santon Convention Center. And I would have put the crowd. I'm a crowd puller. Even when you are talking about demonstrations, except that I respect people. I want to tell you, I respect people. Even that time when there was a funeral, when people were even saying, no, it's Chabinga come to secretariat, we shall teach you a lesson. Can you teach me a lesson? If you didn't know, maybe you need to check. The coin has two sides. There's a nice Chabinga who is talking like this, and they can be leave for Chabinga, that can be something else. I didn't want to give police a lot of words. I can create demonstration in the country for the next 1 year. That's me. I don't fear anybody. I only fear God, Nensal. Only these two things. Not a human being. If you didn't know. So, Mr. Shua, I wanted to tell you that, my friend, even where you are in Cape Town, by the way, I have a property in Cape Town. I can even invite you if you are living in a toy property. Maybe I mean renting a small ram shack. I can take care of you. I can even give you free accommodation for the next 2 years. So don't mess up. Mr. Mwamba, wherever you are, I don't know whether we're in England, whether you are sleeping in a small little ram shack. I can even take care of you where you are in London. So don't start a fight that you can't start, that you can't finish. You can't. No, Chabinga, I was laughing, I was just not laughing. No, we are waiting for him. By the way, if you did not know, I was writing for the use of secretariat. Some senior PF members called me to say, can you help us not cause commotion? I allowed it for the purposes of we are mourning, and people want to take advantage. And you, let me advise you, some of you who are watching. I told you it's a bare knuckle. The fight has started now. I'm waiting for us to bury. If we bury, if any man with his own strength reaches the secretariat, then you will see the other side of me. Police, you have to go to that because there will be mayhem. I can guarantee you, I'm not threatening. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Don't think that I came to politics like a joke. I never came to politics to enrich myself. I never joined politics. I came to save the Zambian people and the people of Mafinga. No kulanda kwa watu wa chamwe so. Cowards. Not you crooks. And I voted this country. When the crooks are fighting each other, they sit down together and the people started believing that this is the greatest man. Oh, Mwaba Kumisharonga. Time was now. Let's buy and you'll see the other side of me. You'll see. Police be ready when people have been beaten. At secretariat, people have been beaten. Don't go and look for any other people. Come and arrest me. I've told you in advance, when I expect the General Police, these people have to be taught a lesson. Enough is enough. I've been civil in the way I've been doing things. Now it's time. Those who knows me, I'll come to talk about it. When we were in 2014, what roles I played. Don't see a lion sleeping, you think it's an impact. And you must know that Dynamite don't come in big packages. And of course, people are take you answer. I'm not the person that you can mess around with. That I can tell you. For people are take you answer. And the people that are running the SMPF page, your days are numbered. That I can guarantee you. Me, I won't even use the police investigation that what. I'm not threatening, I want to just warn you. I won't even use police. I will take the law in my own hands because you have tormented me too much. You think I'm a fool. Now turning to the developments within the Patriotic Front party. As you know, the PF has faced its own challenges, and the passing of President Edgar Lungu is a sad moment for all of us. He is a man that once led this great party. We need to ensure the party remains strong, united, and focused on its core principles. There have been discussions and efforts to consolidate our ranks. And as acting president, legitimate so, I'm committed to guide the party through this period. We are focusing on strengthening our structures and preparing for the future, always in the best interest of Zambia at heart. Not this the given leaders and the Kachindas, and you are busy addressing them. I'm quiet. They have no single document. We are the owners of the party. We even did some few weeks ago because we are not abiding by the citizens. If you go and check at the Registrar of Societies, we'll tell you that we did annual returns. So we are up to date. We are not like even those who are not doing annual returns. Mr. Luminda is the president of the Patriotic Front party. No, they are going to don't say, come on. Don't say. We are not in alliance with the don't say, and we are not members of the don't say, and we will never be. There are just total bunches of crooks who wants to use the death of President Edgar Lungu to raise money. That's why when you saw they were frequenting South Africa, they never went to Mourning. That's the time they were receiving money. What they were doing is, there's a bit of problem here. We have got too many people who have come, therefore we need accommodation for them. Kindly save us. They put money in their pockets. They eat. They went for fundraising. Asking Hakainde was moving alone in South Africa, getting money. And to this, I want him to advise the former president, Madam Western. Those people surrounding you are bunches of crooks. They are making money on you. You are mourning them. They are busy making money. Shame. Where people can make even money on the expense of the dead. It's on your own too. If you saw Hakainde became fat in the days that he stayed in South Africa than he was before. Some suits were not even fitting properly. They started fitting properly when he was in South Africa through a funeral. And I know everybody, and I want the government to sit down with me properly. I give you the details of who gave Hakainde money, who received how much, and where it went. Who gave Honorable Winda's money, where have they utilized it, and how it reached here. Others were able to fetch it. If it is my brother and my counterpart, Honorable Munduvile, I pity him. If you even watched him, so he was sitting giving him change. He was in group 5 because they didn't want him to be near in the front, and they're saying, no, he's a guy that can be the possible next president of the party. They made sure that they put him in group 5 so that he's not seen. This is how crooked those guys are. When they became Zulu, today they want to be the champions. Makepi Zulu and the Mausampa in 2014. They were the lawyers for Mausampa who blocked, who wanted Edgar Lungu not to file in nominations at the Supreme Court. Those people were there. Except that the President Lungu was lucky, he was surrounded by people, some of like us, who are operators, proper operators, and they could not be because we are ahead of time. So Abakemi Zulu, who did not want Edgar Lungu at that time, do you know what it means to be stopped from fighting in as a presidential candidate? To be stopped fighting. Today they want to say, no, we are the greatest. Mayo and Esther, if you are watching, those guys are just after your money. And Mayo, they will give you the bill that you will be shocked for the rest of your lives. And your children. They are just there for money. Mayo, who are these you are surrounded by businessmen. They are not there for money. They are there to nuke you. And they are there. After they are seated there, they want you to start concealing some of the properties that you did not know, which the former head of state had acquired through some lawyers. So they are seated with you to make sure that as you are there, then here they are cleaning up. Since they are lawyers, if they want, let them come for me. We meet. I know every detail. There will be another press briefing where I'll just start mentioning what you got and how much and from who. The fight has started. This is just the beginning. It is clear and undeniable that the Patriotic Front has faced significant problems lately. Unfortunately, there is a narrative going around trying to blame our current divisions on the ruling UPND and President Hakainde, saying they are using government power and machinery to cause trouble in our party. With others claiming I, Robert Chabinga, have been bought by President Hakainde and the UPND. Something very far from the truth. And while we must always be careful about anyone trying to hate our democracy or our party, it's really important, my dear members, that we look honestly at ourselves. My dear brothers and sisters, I call upon each one of us to do an honest self-reflection and self-introspection. They always know Chabinga has been bought, Chabinga has been bought, and I've been asking these questions several years. When I supported the President Lungu in 2014, when it was not fashionable, how much did they pay me? When President Lungu was petitioned in an election in 2016, when I petitioned one of the judges to be removed from the panel, may he already rest in peace. That's the social judge. How much did they pay me? The same crooks. When the President Edgar Lungu was supposed to be impeached, where even by then the Justice Minister, given Rubina, wanted Edgar Lungu to be impeached. How much did they pay me? That is the day. Now you need to know the day me and Rubinda we differed and he hated me. It is because I stopped the tabling of the motion before Parliament. You must be very clear. There's a technicality. There's an issue of blocking the impeachment. I never blocked the impeachment. I have no powers to block the impeachment motion on the floor of the House. But the tabling of the motion on the floor of the House, because it was done by the Deputy Speaker, First Deputy Speaker. It was supposed to be tabled by the Speaker. That's the technicality. And people did not even understand. They were just talking, hey, they have stopped the impeachment motion, even when they were there. So, please, I've said time and again, leave Hakainde alone out of these wrangles and internal fights of the PF. We have to face a hard truth. Our party's problems with internal fights and confusion did start when the UPND took office. To suggest otherwise is to ignore our own history. It means we are ignoring our own past. It stops us from truly fixing the real reasons of our disunity. The roots of our internal struggles go deep, right through the very heart of our party's existence. Let's think back, not just a few months ago, but let's go about 11 years ago. Right after our beloved founder, President Michael Chokchasana, died in 2014, October. There was a moment of deep sadness, but it was also a moment of huge internal chaos of our party. The election for the party president that followed wasn't just a contest. We all witnessed a deep division that has never been seen before. We clearly remember what happened in Kawe in November 2014. There were multiple meetings, attempts to hold meetings, each claiming to be the right one. The confusion was easy to see and feel. We saw some of our respected leaders, including Honorable Given Rubida, had a camp. The acting Republican President, Dr. Guy Scott, had a camp. The former First Lady, Dr. Christine Kaseva, had a camp. My former PF President, Mao Sampa, confused character, Moko Moko, also had a camp. Dr. Shibaka Mwili also had a camp, and then there was a camp of Edgaruna. The situation became so unsustainable, such that the security wings had to step in the Kawe to handle the growing confusion and keep order. I remember clearly that Dr. Guy Scott, then the acting Republican president, was in one place at Sub Lodge with security wings, while another meeting was trying to happen somewhere else. This was a mess of our own making. We saw Honorable Sylvia Masemo, by then chairperson of elections, was not even allowed to enter the arena. Was the church president? Was UPND in power? How do you bring President Hakainde Hichilema? Leave him alone to run the country and make sure that he improves the economy for us in this country. That's what we need him to focus for. Not to bring him into this state of few individuals who want to create situations. These are not just one-off events. These were deep open wounds within our party caused by our own internal ways, ambitions and disagreements over who would lead next. Our party has got so much power. They just got a small clique of people that think that they're the only ones who can be leaders. And they're the same people who made our party to lose elections, and they still today want to go sure. Really? No, we'll never allow you. Unless we are dead. We'll never allow you. We'll never. The best thing is start talking to us nicely. Otherwise, you will retire. And unfortunately, if you're not careful, you retire with it. If you didn't have diabetes, you have diabetes and high blood pressure. But we don't want you to die early. We want you to see how your people run and govern things. Even as recently as the time leading up to 2021 general elections, even without a formal convention, we didn't even have that. We advertised now the PF will have a proper formal convention. What did we have? Everybody who paid for a position, they were duped. Everybody was duped. It changed to say we need to do venture. From the blues, the venture came in. From the blues, people are disadvantaged. And yes, lately we have again seen another attempt to hold a convention by some showing that these internal divisions are still there. My brothers and sisters, these historical facts demonstrate that our problems are not caused by outsiders or the UKD. They are signs of deep-rooted issues that we, as a Patriotic Front, must fix and resolve ourselves. We can't get others to solve our internal problems for us. The time for blaming others and finger pointing is over. The time for honest self-reflection and introspection is now. It is time for reconciliation and coming together. But genuinely so. Don't come with the stories that you want to reconcile with me when you have an agenda. I'm in charge. You need to talk to me nicely. If you come with an ego, I'll be very stubborn. By the way, I'm a stubborn character. You can't just come. I hear the calls from some quarters for me as acting president to immediately call for a convention. I welcome the desire for the party democracy and new beginnings. However, I welcome. But let me be clear. First, you and I, come, let's work together. Let's demonstrate genuine commitment to unity and dialogue. Hijacking the party or trying to take over the party by force won't work, guys. It won't work. Yesterday, they even had the so-called Central Committee meeting and saying we shall go for the convention. Who is going to allow that convention? Who? Alamweba kote, mwa defuka convention wa Central Committee. Mweba wele, mwike shano pia kubantu kamipuma. Wherever kukalonga na kamipuma. Dare me. Before police comes in. Because we have seen, you are doing things with impunity. I think we shall also do things with impunity. We have led the courts. We are in court. And I've not been reacting to things because we're in court. But the legitimacy is with me. I don't even go around to boast and brag about it. But now you have started forcing me to. Alakweva kote Central Committee muka initeni another name of the party. Under the PF, before the police moves in, muka pumwe tukushanda. I can guarantee you. Muka tufaka shawalo mendo wekane. And I'm ready for you. Very ready for you. We are not in change. These are politics. I think we need to do politics. Because people say, hey, if you think you can threaten me, you can intimidate me. No, hey, Chabinga this. And on this underscore, I want to advise my UKD. Mr. President, I know people have got the freedom. If the PF were in power the way they were treating the UPND, and the UPND youths have been very quiet, I'm not inciting violence. But kindly, the morning no one ever tell you so that some people can stop talking. They're talking too much. That's not freedom. So I'm ready. I'm ready for a fight, and I'm ready to die for this party and for telling the truth. I'm ready to die. After all, we are all born that when we are born next is to die. But it's a time of death. So, mweba kote, na michisa advice. Pata mwakamutuki. Tamu wakamutuki mukapumu entu kushara. That's a guarantee. I'm repeating this. Mukapumu entu kushara. Mweba you think that no, you are the majority. We must watch by space. You must watch by space. Natamwa ishwentu kushara. We beat internal injuries so that we don't report anywhere for assault. On that note, I must also urge all our Patriotic Front members to strictly adhere to the guidance of the Electoral Commission of Zambia. By the way, it is not easy that he said that they are banning the guy. Participating in any election at all. And why should somebody use our party guy? In the previous, if you recall, you the media, I said and I instructed my Secretary General to write a letter to the Inspector General of Police and the copy to the Electoral Commission of Zambia that whoever shall use any party stationary or regarding other than the authority from Mr. Mona, the Secretary General, and myself, shall be dealt with. Actually, he said it was even too late because I told them that I'm suing you. That's how they have to enforce the law. And the goodness is, people are just busy talking because they don't read. They didn't know that there is an act of and there is an act. Under the Electoral Process Act. That's what they were just doing. It's like in this country, we can put the country on fire because we don't read. Even I don't know how many people in this country remember that you have laws under the Nuisance Act. That speeding driver carelessly, you are charged. Throwing litter anyhow, you can be arrested. Some of us who just want to use the go of nature carelessly, you can be arrested. So if there was a government that should enforce that, people start complaining, oh well, this bomber. But they're not just enforced. Because we don't read. And this is the same way. I saw some people crying the loudest. No, there's no way that you can use they can stop this. I saw the Christian, whatever organization, which monitors election, they were raising the issues. No, we are not. No. Lads also raised the issue. I'll talk also about lads. Come on. And I repeat, after this press briefing, I'm going into Mfue. And those who are real men who want, should I find anybody? I'm going with the men there. Police be alert. I'm coming there. I found anybody with a Patriotic PF who will teach you a lesson. Who will teach you a lesson before his season comes in. Because the only way that you can listen, I will see people don't want stalking, gentlemen's agreement. When one is beaten to the ladder, then people lay. I don't even want to repeat and dwell much about the ECZ issue because this is the legal position. And as the acting president, legitimately so, Robert Chabinga, if you want, you can call me Charles, aka Charles International. I've said it. Those who are no, I'm president, I'll go there. No one will stop me from putting the gun. You will find me, I'm going in Mfue from tomorrow up to the day of election. And I'm just going there, first and foremost, because I have an alliance with the UPND and President Hakainde Hichilema. I'm going to campaign for a UPND candidate and will make sure that he wins. It is the Muchinga province where I come from, where my constituency is. Because that's our job, is to deliver on development. Particles. And I want to advise my brother, Mr. Chanda, New Congress Party. They are using you. And they are planning now what they are trying to do. The Central Committee, which they had yesterday, they want to come under a judge and get your partner. They want to appoint you as Deputy Secretary General. Babu pocket money. These are crooks. They don't want other people unless it's them. And we are aware that $1.5 million has entered the country through clandestine operations from somewhere. We are aware. And we are aware which church leader is keeping the money. We are watching. You want some more money to come. If you have $2 million, $3 million, then I'll send the boys to make sure that that money is stored. And the Inspector General of Police, if you hear somebody complain that they have stolen money, you must be asked how much and why were you keeping it? It came from where? You must declare the source of income. You must tell us. I told you, I promised you that this is a lethal arrangement. We are watching. We know $1.5 million has entered, and that is the same $1.5 million President Hakainde Hichilema. That's the money, Mr. President, they want to use to destabilize your governance. And they're serious. So you need to be checking the people's meetings. But me, Mr. President, I promise you, I only do one operation. My people in Mafinga want money. We shall make sure that that money is stolen from that person. And we go to Mafinga and we do the boreholes. And the IG, if somebody comes to report, you must know that I'm the first suspect. As long as it's above $1 million, not $1,000. No, I don't deal with those. Money starts on $1 million going up. Not even change. And if you see my finger from the blues, it has balls, just so that we are just recovering from the people that they brought the money dubiously, wanting to usurp power, and we never allowed it. Let me remind you once again, very clearly and directly, I'm the only one with legal papers for this party. This is not a matter of personal opinion or desire. This is not about what I want or what someone thinks. It is about facts and documented legal standing. Unfortunately, life is not fair. Even in heaven, it was not fair. There was a time when the angels were singing. One angel was singing 7 voices till they started sharing. That's what used to happen. So it started from there. Me, I'm just a vessel. And to those who, for whatever reason, might question if you are fit to lead this party, let me remind you that leadership comes from God. We are all reminded in the Bible of the story of David and Goliath. Everyone thought Goliath was the most capable, to the most powerful, than disputed giant, yet it was beaten by David. And I am the David. Mr. Winda, Mr. Nakachinda. Mouse up, I don't even count you because you are mad. I can't even waste my time. You are a mad person, I don't know. But I beat for your wife. This time around, that chap must have been in China, not moving around because it's so hopeless. I can't even waste time on such kind of characters. I'm above that level. What seems strong in a human eyes is not always that of God. What God has ordained. Therefore, whether you like it or me, whether you like me or not, whether you agree with me, with my position or not, the truth is I remain leader of opposition and the president of the Patriotic Front. Party. And by the way, I want to tell you, members of the press, people brag Chabinga doesn't have people. Have control in parliament there. You must see how the team of people that walks out. It's just a small clique of people. Second, most of them, you check on them, they are expelled. Then you can add 5, 6 who are just, they don't know where they are going. And my advice to those, a few, who are following blindly, at least I can brag that I have over 32 members of parliament in control. But we don't talk because we operate quietly, systematically. Because that's how we operate. So you must know that even when I'm talking with this authority, I have control in parliament. And this brings me to a saying where they say, that's what the members say. No. So when I talk with authority, I know where I'm standing. Not standing because I have analyzed with President Hichilema and been supported. As people say, no, Chabinga has been given security, Chabinga has been given. It is my entitlement as part of my condition to send this to our security. Go and read what the leader of opposition entitlements. And this reminds me on Friday, I was not in parliament, as I indicated, I was sick, and I was on leave of absence. I've just been at home. I wish I came with my passport.
Good son, you might be sending the passport copy of my last page of when I traveled. People might be thinking of, but I should not really be going. I've been going to South Africa for 27 years. I should not go to South Africa because there is a funeral in South Africa. So when I go, then I'm going to organize something. Come on. No, if I go to South Africa, Mr. Shua and Mr. Emmanuel Mwamba, they will start talking and writing about me. Total nonsense. That's why when I'm talking with authority, I'm even reminding the people who are demonizing our Speaker of the National Assembly. Don't demonize our leader. We are her lieutenants. We can move out of parliament and take you on outside. We'll start with Lance. Lance has become, it has changed from its purpose that it was enacted for. It is becoming like it also wants to be a political party. What is resign you individuals that become and join us in the political arena? You face us so that we deal with you. Don't hide in the name of Lance. Just come out of Lance and come. Don't mislead the people. Don't make us to be compelled because we are creating a monopoly of one institution. I'm the leader of opposition and the members of parliament. I can ask one member. By the way, I'm good at writing. If you did not know, ask the people that have been my lawyers. I write certain things. Ask them. That's why McKenzie knows me very well. Ask John Zima. They know me very well. I can write a private public bill to be done by a private member. To enact a law or a bill to have another association like Lance, so that the other member, other lawyers can join us, so that Lance can remain as it is and we start around. We can do that. We have the capacity and we have the numbers. And on this one we are aware. The way we are fighting Bill 7, we know and we are aware. I'm very much aware. I don't just know. I research, I investigate, and that's my figure. We know two non-governmental organizations are receiving some money and they want to start moving by August. To even include, they want to engage the traditional leaders so that they can be against BU 7. They have already approached my members that they will be paid money so that they don't vote for BU 7. My honorable members, when they bring that money, eat. After all, you have too much figures, we buy every day. Please, when they bring that money, eat. It is your money, public funds. Just eat it and you will know what to do. You and I will agree. We will know what to do. We need the bill. But too many are going around circles because of our institution called Lance. Because our institution called non-governmental organization. In Mafia, some of the NGOs that are there, they don't even exist. In Mafia. Our job, does Lance want to get our jobs to start enacting laws? We were elected to enact the laws and to make laws on behalf of the country. That's our job. Mr. President, Hakainde Hichilema, we thank you that you instructed and guided that the bill be fair. But my advice to the Minister of Justice is to kindly, can you expedite to appoint the technical committee? And that technical committee, I propose that you include the same people from Lance, include people from these non-governmental organizations, include the traditional leaders, include the change bodies. Then bring it. But if they will be contributing to say it must fall, Mr. President, we need it. We need the limitation. Some constituencies are too big, like Mafia. When you are in the northern part, the southerners doesn't know that we are in the constituency. And some constituencies are too big for the constituencies not verified. We are sharing equally. No, we need it. If those who are in it, don't hide in the name of no organization or church father bodies or NGO CCs or whatever organization step down and come and join us in politics. Then we need you. Actually, we need more people. Actually, I would really suggest that come to Mafiga, come and get that money, come and fight me in Mafiga so that I can bruise you nicely. On the same, I want to advise President Hakainde and MPP. You need to direct. Some business people have been going to some members of the UPND and buy them, and they are pushing for the dues. When they make the money, they take it to finance, to fight you, Mr. President. That's what is happening, especially on the fuel. I want to be hide. They are using proxies. Most of the PF, or don't say lie, actually, not PF, because of PF. I've not received one. But from those guys, Mr. President, you need to make sure that the people who are in the fuel line of supply, they can either sabotage you, or they will make sure that when they get the money, the government will finance to fight you. This is the reality. The companies must be checked. I'm not talking from without. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. And the companies know themselves. And the proxies, they know themselves. Developments in the country. A broader developments in our country, we continue to observe the process and challenges faced by our nation. It is essential that all political players, regardless of their affiliations, prioritize the well-being of Zambians. We will continue to offer constructive criticism where necessary and support initiatives that genuinely benefit our people. The economic challenges facing many Zambians requires serious, urgent attention. And we must all together find the lasting solutions. We stand ready to contribute to a Zambia where every citizen can strive. We will commend the government's commendable efforts where they genuinely exist. But more importantly, we will offer constructive criticism where there are shortcomings and where the promises made to the Zambian people remain unfulfilled. Our critique is not to tear down, but to build up, to push for better governance and to fight for the welfare of every Zambian. Our economy and the cost of living. First, let's give credit where it's due. Our government, the UPND government, our government, all of us, because I belong to the government, but the legislative arm of government, has been working in challenging economic times, both at home and globally. The World Bank reports that Zambia's economy grew by 4% in 2024, from -2.8 to 4%, displaying resilience despite experiencing a historical drought and frequent power outages. This growth was driven by a strong recovery in the mining sector and expansion in services. The World Bank even expects stronger growth, averaging 6.6% each year from 2025 to 2027, thanks to anticipated agricultural recovery and improved momentum in mining services. Zambia Statistics Agency recently confirmed a 4.5% economic growth rate in the first quarter of 2025, a notable increase from the previous year. Yes, we have these challenges, but we're even better. South Africa's economy from I can tell you from 2021, it is still, the growth is at 1%. 1%. That's the end. Go and check. To give the credit to this President Hakainde. That's why I say I'll work with him Those who don't want, go to heaven and hang yourself. As we make our interest to better the lives of our people. Just last week, or the other week on June 30th, President Hichilema officially launched the 100 megawatts summer solar plant. This is a crucial step toward reducing the country's heavy reliance on power, hydro power, and building greater energy security, with a target of adding 1,000 megawatts by the end of this year. However, I want to call upon the government to, number one, implement and decisive measures generally bring down the cost of essential goods and services, including transport. The recent fuel price drops must translate into real saving for Zambian families struggling to food on the table. That is my request to government. Number two, significantly accelerate efforts to finalize our external debt restructuring. This is very crucial because we need our people to eat. Mr. President, we are going to elections next year. And we don't want Mr. President to have done so much. We don't want folks to take advantage of your efforts that you have done through your stimulus plans. Number three, create and carry out a clear plan to make our economy more diverse and encourage local manufacturing and job creation. We need to stop relying so much on just exporting raw materials and instead build more industries here at home, creating sustainable jobs across all sectors and for Zambians. The other point is I welcome the government's commitment to good governance and fighting corruption. As you all know, corruption is a cancer. Zambia's score on corruption perception index improved by 2 points from 37 in 2023 to 39 in 2024. The modest improvement reported by Transparency International Zambia in February 2025 indicates some positive efforts, particularly in reducing petty bribery in business operations. We also welcome the ongoing efforts of digitalizing government services, such as mining license applications, as this helps make things clearer and reduces opportunities for the corruption. When most of my members, which have not been handled, they are facing challenges of how did you acquire things other than corruption, and people are saying, no, it's a publicity. There's no publicity here. They are just asking, how did you acquire this property? Explain how you acquired it. But because you see, that's why you have seen these people are trying to regroup. Hakainde, that's why they are busy trying to regroup. And that's why they are bitter. They can't even follow the law. They want to grab, they think they can just come and to say, hey, no, Chabinga is a small boy, he can't lead, who is Chabinga? But I'm really more experienced. Some of them are under 5 conditions than I am. I've been in the game. Thanks to President Hichilema and Mr. Senator, who identified me when I was in school. So don't think that I'm just coming from the blues and blue. Because others when they see, no, Mafika member of parliament, you think, no, Mafika is far in the mountains, so this guy just came from the mountains and he started a program that one. I have been in the game and I'm very well exposed. Very well exposed. I might have a role of sweats, but I'm very well exposed. And I know governance. So not some of you actually in our church use it. We have a class called the category class when you want to come to reach a certain level for you to start having communion. You are taken to category class. So I'll refer to the member who said Katakumeni. So I'm not like you are Katakumeni in politics. I'm not a Katakumeni.
I'm a seasoned politician. Well trained by Father Umberto, Daboli, well trained by Father Mia Grameschi. Now, for those people, who are these people? Daboli, Umberto, Father Mia Grameschi, then you add Mr. Celia Chungu, you add President Chuba, in me. What kind of a person? Then you add myself. It is worse. This of some of the people that are coming to South Africa, they are trying to put attention on sending stories about Chabinga. We know that's formula. Your people that are surrounding you, they are going to Nganga. There in South Africa. They are busy going to see Sangomas there. Ask them. What do they go to do at Soshanguve? Ask them, what do they go to do at Soshanguve? Ask them, what, even yesterday they were at Tembisa, at the hospital view. Ati Enganga. Bala Mr. Blind Mayo, so that way Kunganga, Bemwira Mune Filechitika. She's Richard Chishupa. She's at the don't put me in. No. Some chaps met me on the plane. I was going to see my son. No, Chabinga has come for the funeral. Let's look for him in the hotel. See what? Allah. Some of them, that's when they were trying to. Some of you, that's when we were being exposed to South Africa. I've been there for. I started going to South Africa at the age of 15 and doing my business at the age of 15. Don't think that I'm just a Cancun. I want to talk about the recent cholera outbreaks highlighted the fragility of our health and sanitation infrastructure, underscoring the urgent need for the robust domestic investment in these critical areas. We also note that the 2025 national budget analysis highlighted that despite the increase in the social sector allocations, challenges such as rising poverty, now at 60%, food insecurity, and inadequate water sanitation and hygiene services persist. So I urge the government, therefore, to work on number one, reverse the underfunding in our critical social sectors. Future budgets must reflect on commitment to human development by significantly increasing the proportional allocation to health, education, and social protection, ensuring our investment meet and exceed international benchmarks. Development and implement a robust domestically funded plan for our healthcare system that is less reliant on external aid and truly capable of serving all Zambians effectively, especially in the light of the public health crisis. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as leader of opposition and the legitimate acting president of the mighty Patriotic Front, with members in parliament where I'm in charge, I want to say it again that we are committed to working constructively. My critique today comes from a deep desire to see a better Zambia while still highlighting the positives the UPND and President Hakainde Hichilema has scored in the past 4 years. We urge the government to listen to this calls for action, to truly hear the cries of our people. We, the opposition, led by me, because I'm the biggest opposition political party, with more members of parliament, not those masqueraders. The other day, thanks to you, Madam Speaker, some chap wanted to go and sit on my chair. And he did not know that I'd logged in virtually and I was online. I was attending the parliament and he goes to sit on my seat. On a lighter note, such chaps
maybe could be even one of the person that went to look for sangomas. Maybe might have brought something on my seat. But where I sit, I'm protected by angels. I sleep with angels. So who people think that you can go to Nganga and do whatever, I know you have tried, you have failed. Because greater is He who is in heaven and who is in me. As the opposition, as earlier indicated, I stand ready to work with all stakeholders to build Zambia, including the 3 church mother bodies, the Law Association of Zambia, the NGOs. Invite me, call me. I'm the only leader of opposition. But you are busy calling people who are masqueraders. And I repeat in my conclusion that I'm ready to work with everybody. And I've extended an olive branch even to my colleagues that are running like headless chicken, who are in Tonse, where there are factions. Honorable Rubinda, Honorable Nakachinda, and Mogzon Miles Sampa, Chipena, they are for Socialist Party and Mr. Fred Membe. That's why they want to take the party. Whilst Honorable Mundubire and those expelled and a few others, they are busy advocating to go to FDD as a conduit. You members of parliament, some of you, the first timers, it might be your end of your political career. Wake up. Wake up, wake up. The people that you are following, some of them have got even 10 houses. Some of them have got money in offshores. You are only waiting for a gratuity. And you are owing the banks. My friend, wake up. The same people, remember, they made Honorable Munia Zulu to commit an offense. Where is he? Is incarcerated. The people that were supporting your greatest boy, they are with their wives at home. The same people that were supporting my sister, Honorable Mabunga, where my heart bleeds. She's a very intelligent young lady. Very intelligent. I can address a young lady because she's younger than me. They used her. They wrote her even a speech. Where is she? She's incarcerated. The seat she has lost. Where are the people that were using her? They're in parliament. They are even taking care of their wives, even they're going for dinners. Whilst Mabonga's children, whilst Munia Zulu's children are suffering. Where is JJ? They're the same people. That's why it's getting JJ. Now they are moving an agenda. The greatest. Binwe upundu mwaiche wandi binweo teka kasanga muliso mwaiche wandi. The only opportunity that you had was to be a DC, and DC you have not matured, young man. Relax, you are too fast. Icharo chabanawe ne mwaiche wandi. Relax, bala kubomfya and you remain in limbo. Mwaiche wandi. There are groups. Shoni Tembo is also with his own group. Bene Makebi Zulu, Mr. Katotowe and the team, they have also another agenda. Hey, Firieko Tulea. Hello, Mwake say imagine on a convention here PF without my authority. But Inspector General of Police, any conventions that shall take place, especially we are not concerned of other political parties. Any convention under PF should have an undersigned signature of Mr. Morgan Ingwana. Oh, I must sanction the convention. Other than me, no one does the convention.
Thank you very much. May God bless us all and may God bless Zambia. I'm ready to take questions, if any. I'm ready to take questions. Ask me questions. Whether now ask me a tough question. Today I'm tough tested. I'll respond.
Okay, thank you so much, President Robert Chabinga, members of the press. This is now your time or moment to ask those burning questions. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?
I've touched everywhere. I don't think there's a question.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for being attentive. And thank you so much for coming to this marks the end of our press briefing, which was being held by the PF acting president, and also he is the honorable member from Mafinga constituency. And may I make mention that he is the leader of opposition in the National Assembly of Zambia. And on a lighter note, today we have heard from Honorable Robert Chabinga that he has a new name, Chabs International.
Correct, AKA.
Fantastic. So thank you so much, members of the press. We can all be upstanding as the acting president leaves us.
But before I leave, you know my slogan, Mavuto, do the needful. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So don't run.